There should be plenty of fireworks out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who is the best combination passer scorer?
Oh, man, Kev, you put me on the hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody
you played with a lot of them,
out.
though, didn't you? Huh?
I know, man. I didn't know it was going to be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland. When I played with him at the Wizards, I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I ever played with. He can shoot from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry Land, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play and fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passers in this league.
Three terrific names. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in its small forward. Now here's Rose. Robert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. Snell kicks to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. Floats one up. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Rockets ball.
On offense, here are the Rockets. Harden the pass to Westbrook. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Outside Griffin. Shot clock at 6. No good on the triple. The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Covington wide open. He fires. Detroit with the rebound. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Well, it's such a boost. I mean, not something you want to have to count on every night, but you can tell how much they trust their reserves.
Here's Tucker after the basket by Detroit. Back to Westbrook from the arc. Kennard with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Passes it to Griffin. And it's in there.
Oh, yeah. That's the right way to play Griffin. Tough, physical defense, but even that isn't enough if you let him get inside.
Westbrook up top. He's covered by Rose. Westbrook, no good.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Snell kicks to Rose. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They've come out with guns a-blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the deep reeling.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Westbrook. Kicks it out to Harden. The three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Griffin passes to Kennard. Lets the three fly. Doesn't go for him. The Rockets go the other way with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. Griffin against Harden. Outside Covington. Back to Harden. Launches it. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, it's a beautiful shot right there from Harden. He has the touch and quick release needed to torch defenses from outside.
Rose against Westbrook. Here's Kennard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first.
It's going to be on James Harden.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
No good on that one. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you say?
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
Westbrook, no good.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Kennard, the pass to Rose. Right side, Griffin. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, well, Kev, you know I always appreciate when a big man can create for others. And Blake Griffin, he's one of the best in the game in that regard. Such a fantastic passer.
Two shots. Last on the first.
The first one falls. Chris, you almost forget just how big Griffin is because of how smoothly he can facilitate for others.
Yeah, Kevin, and I hate when people say he's a good passer for a big man. I mean, what type of caveat is that? He's just a good passer. He has great vision, superb timing, and that's why he's always been near the top in assists for bigs.
That one is no good.
I mean, I'm not the first to say it, and I'm sure I won't be the last, but Griffin is one of the most physically gifted players that this game has ever seen. I don't think there's any doubt about that. One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Rose against Covington. Rose, no good.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And it's tied up with that one.
You look back at the Blake Griffin trade. Many thought the Pistons gave up too much, but it's worked out for them.
Yeah, losing the picks for Griffin, you have to admit it did hurt. But people forget that Griffin is a star player, and he reminded those same people last year. He's become the leader for this franchise as they try to move forward.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Now here's Griffin. He's guarded closely. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Daniel House.
Personal foul. Substitution for the Rockets. Eric Gordon.
Here's Griffin. Covington with the steal. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's his first
And this is Harden's specialty. He's a wizard at getting contact, finding a way to finish.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
One shot.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
Now here's Rose. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Covington against Griffin. Over to the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Kennard, the pass to Griffin. From deep, Rose. The shot, no good. And it's Houston the other way. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Dwayne Casey gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. In going up against James Harden, he stressed to his team the need to show your hands to the refs. Beard is just the best at catching defenders with their hands in the cookie jar. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Both teams deciding to change it up. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for him.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
Now here's Rose. Stolen by Harden. Lobbed up there for Westbrook. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Rose against Westbrook. Pass to Kennard. Now here's Griffin. Clock at 6. And the shot goes in. Griffin's got 7 points. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a 5-point game. Outside Westbrook. He tries for 3, and there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul for the Pistons. Doomboy is checked in for Griffin. Brown comes in for Luke Kennard. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Rose. The Rockets also changing it up. Damari Carroll's checked in for P.J. Tucker. McLemore has come in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Galloway. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. On the wing, Gordon. And it's off from three-point range. Pistons trailed by 5. To the paint.
Let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Pass to McLemore. Back to Rivers. Outside Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Green. He's tightly guarded. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Detroit's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Dumboya passes to Mikhailuk. Now Brown. There's the pass to Galloway. Dumboya kicks to Brown. There's the 3. Green with the rebound. Houston leading by 3. Rivers passes to Carroll. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a two-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA. I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Carroll hits them both.
Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
Oh, yeah. Every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching a team experiment with what makes an NBA offense.
6 to shoot. Mikhailuk can't get it to go.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide-open three is usually like a layup for him.
Pass to Rivers from deep. Nailed from three-point land. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Oh, it's big when Rivers connects from outside. Really helps space the entire floor for a squad.
Now here's Brown, guarded by McLemore. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jeff Green picks one up.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Yeah, Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second.
Very rich history for Detroit Pistons. They've been a part of the sports scene in Detroit since 1957, and they have 3 championships to their name.
Now here's Gordon. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 1:53 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Galloway. Here's the triple. Rockets with the rebound. Well, you look back at the title teams for the Pistons. There were a lot of them. Chris, which team was your favorite?
Oh, man. Well, growing up in Detroit, I'd have to go back to the Bad Boys in 89, 90, just watching them get through Boston and then, dominate the Bulls at that time. They went back-to-back winning championships. That was incredible. And it was something special, though, about my boys in the 2014. She, Ben Wallace, Rip, those guys. That was fun to watch as well.
One shot.
And that one misses. And Chris, one thing you have to like about Galloway is that he's always prepared to play.
Yeah, Galloway is the type of player that can see 5 minutes on the floor one game and then start and play 25 minutes the next one. I mean, just think about that focus for consistency. The production can be hit or miss, but he's a great plug-and-play option for a coach in need of filling minutes.
He gets it in there.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
Here's McCray. His last outing, he had 8 points. On the wing, Brown. Guarded by Green. He hits Brown with the drive, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
For Detroit, they have shot 3 of 7 at the foul line.
One shot. One shot.
That's good from Henson.
Yeah, it's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
Rivers can't get it to go. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons, trailing by 4. He feeds it to Jumboya. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
Now Gordon. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers. From deep, the long-distance 3 is buried. And the Rockets lead by 5. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 5. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Russell Westbrook has surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of pop.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around him.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
Taking a look at the Rockets, Rivers out there with McLemore. Then there's Green. Then it's Damari Carroll. And it's Gordon in at the small forward position.
2.
And he knocks down the first one. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far. But, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Well, like the Clippers of a year ago. They looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Barmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
Henson against Green. Puts it up. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And here's Gordon. A baseline J. And Henson pulls it down. The Pistons trailing. Here's McCray. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Green dishes to Rivers. Now the feed to Carroll. Bucket is good. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And how about Carroll using his size there, taking it strong inside?
Galloway, the pass to McCray. Dumboya with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his 4th personal foul.
And Chris, just how special was it to play for Detroit in your career? What relationship does this team have with their fans?
Yeah, it was so special. I mean, being able to go home to the house that I grew up in, or to where my parents lived, and be able to go to the Pistons practice and to be part of it, to put on that jersey. It was so special, man. This team is a mainstay of the city. I mean, you feel like you can lift up the whole city when you play for the Pistons. It was such a special part of my career.
For the Pistons, Christian Wood comes in for Dumboya. And Tony Snell subbed in for Langston Galloway. The Rockets also changing it up. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. And Robert Covington subbed in for Damari Carroll. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Houston in the lead. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
He sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. Gordon kicks to Rivers. Pass to McLemore. Outside, Covington. And it's Houston with another.
Cool under pressure. Covington is good at keeping his composure when the shot clock is running low.
Brown, the pass to McCray. Back to Brown. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Gordon. No good there. And Detroit the other way now.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Snell finds Brown. Here's McCray. The 10-footer. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Gordon dishes to Tucker. And the pass to McLemore. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Rebounded by the Pistons. To the inside. It's stolen by McLemore. He kicks it to Covington. No good with the triple. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to Philadelphia. In the corner, Snell with it. A three-pointer is right on target. Snell's got 6.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Rivers passes to McLemore. Now, here's Tucker. Not a lot of room, and the shot goes down. Tucker's got the game tied up here for Houston.
Makes a big difference when Tucker is hitting the mid-range J. I mean, it keeps the D off balance.
Passes it to McCray. It's Wood, top of the key. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. For the Pistons, Griffin's checked in for Henson. Luke Kennard comes in for McCray. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Bruce Brown. Houston also making some changes. Daniel House is checked in for Gordon. Harden comes in for Ben McLemore. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Rivers. Harden surveying the D. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Clock at 6. Nice D from Rose. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Griffin kicks to Rose. Here's Wood. He's coming off a 22-point game against Philadelphia.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
They get it again. Griffin, a second chance effort. He lays it in. He's got 9.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Snell kicks to Rose. Back to Snell. Over House. Snell, that's good. Now it's a 4-point Piston lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. It makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Kennard, guarded by Harden. Now here's Griffin. He's got 9. Kicks to Snell. The NBA fans sometimes called the 6th man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience first. Sacramento, we had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, of course, she had a real name, but she says, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Peja, every shot is good. She'd make them creatively. They'd be bright. They'd be big. And we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers saying, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris. Or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it for the fans. How loud they are. How they get on the teams, how they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh, my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there, oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto and hang outside with 10,000 crazy fans in the rain while they're singing and shouting and having fun over there in Jurassic Park. And we all know about the great fans that Golden State had all their years in Oracle, some of the most loyal fans ever. The 6th man, the fans being the 6th man, that is not a cliche. That is not made up for PR purposes. That's true and real. And some of the best players will tell you how those fans have taken them over the top, giving them energy to win some games.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Yes.
To the right side, Covington with the steal. House the pass to Harden. Count it. Good. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's not just an outside threat. Harden's a player who can score from anywhere.
Now Rose. Pass to Snell. Back to Rose. Left side, Griffin. Clock is at 3. And too long on the shot.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
House the pass to Tucker. Tries from 10. Rebounded by Snell. Snell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now Detroit moving it up. Here's Maker. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Harden. Near the 3-point line, it's Westbrook. He drains the quick shot. Westbrook's got 14 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Maker kicks to Griffin. And another shot. Rockets with the rebound. Covington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Griffin goes in. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And he makes the first. And the Pistons making a change here. Mikhailuk is checked in. And then for Houston, Jeff Green. He's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Robert Covington. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Boy, they would have loved to grab the lead there, but you can't make them all. Oh, the former Georgetown Bulldog, Jeff Green, now a veteran in the NBA. I mean, he's bounced around the last handful of years, but he's a smart player who still knows how to make an impact. Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Griffin dishes to Rose. Back to Griffin. Over Westbrook. They get it back. The layup off target.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Rose against Green. Pass to Carroll. Over Rose. And that one hits back iron. And for Green, who is almost out of the league due to a heart condition, he's had a great career.
He has, Kevin. I mean, he's never been an all-star, but his production has never been lacking at any other stops. I mean, lately, Green has been best as a leader for the second unit, who came up with a handful of scores every game.
And here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Here's Kennard. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average of nearly 16 points a game. On its way from Rose for 2. Can't nail the jumper. Rockets trail.
Pick up the pace, get the 2 for 1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly. The defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
Griffin's shot is off. Houston's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. The Rockets again can't hit.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
And this is what you get from Griffin. Very willing to give it up to his open teammates.
For 3, Westbrook. That shot off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Pistons on top. They lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Derek, what's the most important thing on defense, and how does that impact the offense?
Contesting their shots. They're a great three-point shooting team. We're just contesting and getting out and run. That's our favorite thing to do, get out, run.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. They found their rhythm in the second quarter and have to be feeling good here at the break, holding on to that 4-point lead. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Their shooting rhythm was off, under 40%. Some of that was shot selection, some of it was the defense stepping up. My guess is we'll see some significant changes as things get going in the second half. Increasing off-the-ball activity, making the extra pass, and trying to get better looks.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points and close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Wood out there with Griffin. And it's Rose in at the point guard. That's the group for Detroit right now.
That's his third personal foul.
Rockets on defense. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. Fifth best, the Rockets.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Take a look at the Rockets. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that.
And you know, Houston, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs, I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seated.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Rose against Westbrook. Back to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Fourth person, Christian Wood. Shooting, free throws.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the strike. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Westbrook with it. Over Rose. Westbrook, no good. Now here's Rose. Kennard, the pass to Rose. Back to Kennard. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Rose attacking. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Rockets trail by 6. Charity stripe shot, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Covington's got his second bucket. Now Rose. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Covington.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start. coming out of halftime.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. But Case has found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Houston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Here's Covington. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Covington's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not just a perimeter shooter, Kev. I mean, Covington is adept at figuring out different ways to score.
Griffin looking it over. Lays it up off the glass. Griffin's got 14 points for the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Westbrook. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Rose.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Houston shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Langston Galloway's checked in for Derrick Rose.
One shot.
That one misses for Westbrook. The Pistons have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half starting. Here's Galloway. The pass to Griffin. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. Griffin trying to get open. Gordon with the defensive effort. Rockets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Tucker, and a missed layup.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Galloway kicks to Snell. Passes it to Griffin. Over Westbrook. Westbrook pulls it in. Rockets trail. For the lead. And the 3 ball is good. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Up top, Griffin. Out to the right wing. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Detroit, no good that time either.
Playing the revenge card right there. Trying to get those 3 points right back. Didn't work.
But they recover it. Westbrook kicks to Gordon. No good on the 3. And so Griffin will bring it up for Detroit. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Galloway taking his time here. Pass to Kennard. They need this one, and it's good off the glass. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
It's good. Westbrook's got 21.
Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Here's Galloway. Good D by Westbrook. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Gordon. Nice form on the 20-footer. And now it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
Well, yeah, the touch, the timing. You got to know how Gordon is a threat to shoot off the pass.
Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure,
He always has the green light.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Count the basket. Gordon's got 10.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Kennard. Pass to Galloway. Back to Kennard. Here's Griffin, and the rejection by Harden.
And Harden sent a message to the D with the block, really showing his extraordinary athleticism on the defensive end.
It's Westbrook with the drive. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. He kicks it to Galloway. The pass to Wood. Here's Kennard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Russell Westbrook.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Outside Gordon. Back to Rivers. Here's the 3. Houston now working with the new shot clock. And Henson sends it back.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game. No clue how he got that one to fall.
Rockets foul.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Detroit.
1 shot.
The free throw off from Henson. Rockets have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. There's McLemore, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, and McLemore's a total genius when it comes to tricking the D. So good at how he goes up into the contact on his shot.
For Houston, they have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. He misses the free throw.
The former Jayhawk McLemore, a gifted scorer who can really light it up in a hurry.
Good on the second free throw. And so Brown will bring it up for Detroit. Passes to Henson. For the tie. He can't get that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. Here's Gordon. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Fearlessness. Gordon using his strength to get off a good quality looking shot.
Brown the pass to Henson. Here's McCray. For the three, good on the three-point shot. McCray's got 5 points so far.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at three.
And here's Gordon. 12 points for him. And Henson pulls it down. The Pistons trail it. Pass to McCray. Green with the block. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Unloads. Kept alive. Carroll. And Henson sends it back. Here's Mikhailuk. Shoots over Carroll. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Pass to McLemore. Carroll with it. He's covered by Brown. Carroll against Henson. Shot clock at 6. And Gordon hits from deep. Gordon's got 9 points here in the second half.
And Gordon has always been a lethal perimeter shooter. When he gets a clean look, he doesn't hesitate pulling the trigger.
Doumbouya kicks to Brown. Pistons passing it around. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And here on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. Fifth best, the Rockets.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
You know, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Detroit making a switch. Rose is checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Daniel House comes in for Green. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Here's Westbrook. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Rose. The Rockets have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Pistons trail by 6. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. The 8-footer. Westbrook with the block. And he recovers it. Second chance shot. And there's the bucket from McCray. McCray's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Westbrook passes to McLemore. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 3rd assist on the night.
That's the kind of player McLemore is. He is always thinking of shooting as soon as he gets the ball off the pass.
Here's McCray, guarded by McLemore. Rose surveying the D. It's rebounded by Houston. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound in this one.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Rose passes to Mikhailuk. Here's McRae, defended by Gordon, and it goes down 2 points. McRae's got 9 points. Rockets leading by 5. Right side, Westbrook. Outside, Gordon. The pass to McLemore. From beyond the arc. Rebound by the Pistons. Rose with the ball. Looking to end his cold spell. Gordon with the defensive effort. And it falls over the rim and in. Gordon's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, Gordon has such fluid shooting form. I mean, it's just incredible. He's effective off the dribble as well.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Rockets lead by 7. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Solid defense wins this game right here.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Houston leading by 7. And so in the game for the Rockets. Ben McLemore is out there with Russell Westbrook. And there's Gordon. Then it's Damari Carroll. And it's House in at the 4. And Griffin sends it back.
Oh, you want more of this from Griffin. There's no question he has the size and vertical to block shots.
Kennard's shot is off.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end. When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Westbrook with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. The shot's good from Westbrook.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Oh, Griffin in position, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And this is what Griffin does best. I mean, he's like a ballet basketball player. When he gets in the air, he just hangs there, looks around, spins, gets some popcorn, gives a high five to his teammates, and then throws it in your face.
Rose passes to Maker. Here's Kennard. Outside Rose. And the layup falls.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be... So for the Rockets, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Robert Covington comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's James Harden in for McLemore. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Passes it to Kennard. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 8th rebound here tonight. From downtown, and Harden with the basket on the assist from Covington. Covington's got 5 assists tonight.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Rose passes to Wood. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Snell. Pass to Griffin. Over House. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Blake Griffin.
A poised player in these spots. Pressure doesn't get to Griffin. In fact, it sometimes makes him better.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Rebounded by the Pistons. Rose has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Griffin finds Rose. Back to Griffin. It's not going to go for him. The Rockets go the other way with it. To the middle. Stolen. Now here's Rose. The fast break opportunity. It's good. Rose has got 4 points this quarter.
And Derrick Rose, so quick out of the gates. When he sees open floor ahead, he's at full sprint in the blink of an eye.
Here's Westbrook. Goes back up. Rose with the block. Here's Kennard. Over Harden. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 4th rebound in this one.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by Wood. Pistons trail by 7. Oh, Griffin in position.
The offensive arsenal of Griffin, so dangerous, especially when it seems he can't miss from anywhere.
Now here's Westbrook. All sorts of time. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Westbrook's got 18 points now here in the second half. Westbrook against Rose. Top of the key, Griffin. Rose passes to Griffin. To the wing right side. That's good. The Houston lead has got back down to 5 as they get the points there from Kennard.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Westbrook. Rose with the block. And they're able to recover. A nice shot by Tucker.
When Tucker gets the feel for his jumper, it adds something to their offense. I mean, he can do some good work on the perimeter.
Rose against Westbrook. Cloak loose. And it's the Rockets on the break. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and Harden is just ferocious with his dunk, just ramming it in the defense's face.
Here's Kennard. Outside Rose. 5 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. Rockets with the rebound. Westbrook's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And boy, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
Pistons trail by 9. Pass to Kennard. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. Rebound, Detroit. Now Rose. Feeds it to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
What an athlete this guy is. Griffin making dunking look so easy.
Houston leading by 5. Harden outside. It's Covington on the wing. The Rockets with another miss. The Pistons shooting 41% for the game. Here's Griffin. Good. Griffin's got 24.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Houston's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And here's Westbrook. Shoots a 3. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Kennard kicks to Rose. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. And yes, it's good. Now just a 1-point Rocket lead.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Over Rose. Westbrook, no good.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
And the quickness of Griffin is so impressive. When the break is on, he uses it to burn the defense.
Outside Westbrook. Can they get it? Yes! And the foul. That one on Rose.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
One shot. One shot.
The Pistons trailing. And there's the pass to Kennard. Kicks to Griffin. Passes it to Rose. 5 on the clock. Over Westbrook. And there's another one for the Pistons.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Covington in the corner. Off target from three-point range.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Rose, that's good.
And Rose wants that leadership position. When the team needs a big bucket, he is ready and willing.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Blake Griffin.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Here's Tucker. He feeds it to House. Got a piece of it. Fast break Detroit. Here's Kennard. And he bangs it home with one hand.
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
Yeah, but you can't fail to protect the ball. That's the likely result. Those types of turnovers.
It's Harden with the drive. That one goes. Count it. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
As if there was any question, Harden with the big-time play.
Rose passes to Griffin. Back to Rose. Down low.
2 minutes remaining. Are you ready to be the sixth man?
And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Covington. Covington's got his 7th assist in the game. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Rose in the post, defended by Covington. And Detroit with another turnover here.
Oh, no, don't tell me. He just didn't do that, did he? A critical point of the game, and he makes just about the worst mistake possible.
There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Westbrook with it. And the layup's good off the glass. Westbrook's got 39.
and challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
And there's no better feeling coming up nails when the stakes are high.
Pass to Griffin. Shoots over Covington. A nice shot by Griffin. Griffin's got it all tied up now for Detroit.
And showing why he's considered a leader. Griffin wants to be the guy taking these important shots.
Harden outside. Griffin with the steal. Outside Rose. Back to Griffin. That one misses. Good D by Harden. The Rockets shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Westbrook. A three ball. Rebound by the Pistons. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Now it's... What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
It's House outside. It's money from deep.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Inside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Coming alive down the stretch. I like how Griffin commands the ball when the game is on the line.
One shot.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
Now, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Westbrook. It doesn't go for him. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Palace, let's give it up for your auto motion.
What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Covington against Griffin. Shoots over Covington. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And it's the Pistons to start out. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Clock at 4. Here's Snell. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Snell's got the first basket here in overtime for the Pistons. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. High, arcing shot, and he lays it up and in. Harden's got the game tied up here for the Rockets. To the paint, here's Wood, and he jams it with authority.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Outside Gordon. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Snell. Pass to Kennard. Pistons passing it around. Rose kicks to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. And Detroit again with the bucket. In overtime here, 1.5 minutes off the clock. Outside Westbrook. Over Rose. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut back down to 2 at those points from Russell Westbrook.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Griffin against Covington. And Covington sends it back. Here's Gordon. And here's Harden for 3. Detroit with the rebound. Griffin's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Now the pass to Rose. Here's Wood, defended by Covington. Passes it to Snell. The kick out to Rose. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Pistons lead by 4.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Let's see who's the loudest.
Like some lightning, for the night, I don't do no white band. Then the leader, yeah, I'm so trifling. Real savage. I don't with the empty average. I got a bad, Ashley. Understand me, brand new car, hop out the bed. I saw my wrist out of my protect, brand new chain. I saw my neck, got tired of I come me, I'm up on. I don't get rest, I'm catching these flights and chasing the check. Little baby. Sleek rig type of, cause my band's big dog.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into overtime in this exciting game. Covington, nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Can't forget about Covington in these moments. He relishes any chance to knock down big shots.
Here's Rose, and he gets it to go. Now Harden. outside Covington. Gordon kicks to Harden. 6 to shoot. Again, the Rockets score.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field here in overtime. So far, they are rolling. Bounce pass from Rose. Here's Griffin. And Covington sends it back. Hit the floater. Westbrook, no good. The Pistons leading. Rose with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up from 15 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over him, not even giving him an inch of space.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one drops. He ties it up.
He's not about to let those points get away. I mean, he knows they're going to need him tonight.
Rose with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Griffin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
He's a minute close to the rim. When Griffin gets the ball in the position he wants, you got to whack him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He sinks the clutch free throw. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
And here's Westbrook. Shakes him. Money! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. The score knotted at 113. 35 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Rose against Westbrook. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That's an unforced error. That will drive a coach crazy. You got to play heads up out there.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. Second difference between shot clock and game clock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from downtown. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. So it's Detroit with the ball. Here's Griffin, and he hits the shot. But hang on, guys. Hold everything. The officials may review it here. Well, it's official. They will go to the replay. Well, it's no sure thing that he didn't get that shut off before the buzzer. Boy, what a turn of events this would be.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
And they're going to count it. After looking at the replay, they rule that he got the shot off in time. GA, they've won it on the buzzer beater.
Kevin, you talk about winning it at the very last second. What a finish. Thankfully, the replay gets the officials off the hook on what would have been an awful call to miss.
And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.